Pisces. How are you, my love? Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie. For those of you who are joining me for the very first time, welcome in. I hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. I would love to know how you're doing. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for all of your love and support. You make what I do possible. I love you to the moon and back, Pisces. Thank you so much for allowing me to reconnect with you. So my love, we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. Please remember that this is a general reading, so this may or may not resonate with your current situation. If you find that none of the information or none of the details that we unravel in the reading pertains to what you're currently going through, then by all means throw the entire reading out the window. If it's not for you, then it's not for you. For others of you though, you'll find that this will resonate very heavily, and if it does, I hope it provides you the clarity and guidance that you seek moving forward. We will also be doing an extended reading after the general reading, where we'll go a bit more in depth into the person that you're connecting with, right? Their emotions towards you, their intentions towards you, the advice in order to overcome the obstacle that lies between you guys or around you guys, right? And as well as what the long-term outcome between you and this individual will be, or without them, right? Depending on what shows up in the circumstances. I will leave the link to the extended in the description box down below, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section down below, along with the link to my personal booking system, in case you would like to have a personal reading done instead. Okay, so Pisces, without further ado, and just like in our previous readings together, I went ahead and pulled from the Oracle myself to get an idea of the energies and elements at play, but you and I will be pulling from the tarot together. All right, so what I see primarily, Pisces, is you and another person are working on repairing a relationship. Okay, in the past, either you or this other person has experienced deceit in some form, right? This person may have been a direct offender, and the key here is someone is still suspicious that there is another person involved. I know, strangely specific, but really it's the strongest storyline that I'm seeing, and I'll show you why. So right now is the overarching energy. We've got the here and now being clarified by mending. Okay, so right now, right, you're focusing on the present. You're trying really hard to ensure that the focus isn't on the past and that you're not really losing yourself in what the future could hold. Maybe planning for the future is still kind of difficult because of what you went through in the past. So right now, you're just taking it day by day. And with mending, that is exactly what it sounds like. Mending between you and this person, you're trying to forgive. You're trying to move past something, right? Some sort of major blow up of some kind. I do feel like it could have been a truth that has happened. It could also be just someone else's opinions are manipulating someone else, and it's kind of creating some animosity between you and the person that you're connecting with, right? There could be an interference of a third person whose intentions are poor, right? They're just bad intentions. So I'm getting for some of you, it's a mother figure, right? It's just someone like a motherly figure, just a feminine that traditionally is respected. So maybe like a close family friend, an aunt, a mother, a stepmom, just somebody who has played a significant role in your life. And for some reason, there's a feeling around this person like perhaps they're a bad influence. Now, pull away from that, and we're talking about also just a third party, a third person, kind of like that person who is romantically involved with the person that you're connecting with, Pisces, or vice versa. This person could be connecting with you, and perhaps you don't see it, but this person is kind of the serpent that's speaking into your ear, right? They're leading you to believe in certain lies. They're not being completely honest with you, or their honesty is starting to kind of like starting to drill kind of like towards your ego, and really pulling the ego out and making you show that on the front of things. So now between you and this person, perhaps you and the person you're connecting with you guys have been repairing the situation, but this third party influence is making you feel like, tempted that the mending won't work, tempting you to believe that in the long run, you and this person won't be together. What is the point, right? So we have here community with courtship. So this is about a relationship that is either supported by other people, one that just has a lot of support between the two individuals. One of you, Pisces, or both of you are both supportive of what the future could hold. This relationship, your families can likely be very intermingled, right? Separation at this point would seem very, very difficult and very traumatic, not just for you, but for others. You guys might have a lot of mutual friends, right? But then I asked about what the outcome was, and it looks to me with false person, privileged lady, and main male, this privileged lady feels out of place. Okay, just just to show you, right? The privileged lady here just seems really out of place, right? So whoever this person is, I do feel like they are connected to the main male, right? The main masculine energy. They're connected to this masculine, or they are attempting to connect to the masculine in order to manipulate them, right? With false person, this person is leading with a false identity. They're leading with a facade. You know, they are going in with ulterior motives. And what I have, when I flip the deck over, underneath the deck, we've got concern. Okay, so with 33, you may have been seeing a lot of threes. You and this person may be at the cusp of finally having something stable and strong, but the interference, the possible interference of this third person is making you wonder if this is if it's possible, right? Are you guys going to reach that stability? Are you going to reach that new phase of your relationship, that next level? Is it possible? Will it happen? Or is there someone else in the mix? For some of you, you don't even feel like there is a third. You haven't seen evidence of a third person, but you have a suspicion that there might be one, because you are so zeroed in now on the day-to-day that you're taking notice of the person that you're connecting with, their patterns, the way they speak to you, you know, just the little things. You're really starting to notice them, and you're starting to notice, you know, certain times where they say that they are working late. You know, they come back after a long day of work, but they're not exhausted. They're actually rejuvenated. You're like, okay, well, what's that about? Right? So it's that feeling of you're getting to know your person more. And because you're starting to get to know them more, you're realizing when things don't match up. Right? So let's go ahead and jump right into the tarot and see what our Celtic cross spread has to say about this. But there's definitely, I'll tell you right now, Pisces, if you're not connecting with this, then do not take it, okay? But for some of you, you are suspicious that there might be another person involved, and I would have to say I definitely see the interference of another person, right? It could be sexual, but it doesn't have to be. This could be a family member just kind of speaking lies, right? Speaking lies into this person, trying to manipulate them, make them bend, make decisions that they otherwise wouldn't be making without this person around. This person's appealing to their darker side. Okay, so let's see. What does the tarot say for Pisces, please? What's going on with Pisces? What's going on with Pisces, please? What's going on with Pisces, please? Message for Pisces. Message for Pisces. That's it. Deep breath, Pisces. Deep breath. Let me move this over. Okay. Under the deck, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there is development, right? The Wheel of Fortune talks about a change of some kind. So this can be a change towards improvement, or a change towards improvements that have been made, kind of being lost in the nether. So we'll see which one it is. But this is definitely about moving forward and a development and a change, an ending of a cycle, I should say, right? The changing of a phase, the beginning of a new cycle. So whatever this territory is that you and your person are going to be entering into, it's going to be very different than what you've been experiencing. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune right there. Let's go ahead and see what your present energy is. King of Pentacles. So I could be connecting with a very masculine Pisces here. But overall, with this energy, you could be connecting with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Okay, with the King of Pentacles here. But this is all about stability for you. You're in a place right now where you are just focused on, you know, having all of your material needs met, focusing perhaps more on career and money, just really seeking out the comforts right now. For others, right, this is about commitment. This is about standing your ground in terms of a commitment. You are in a present feeling of being someone else's committed counterpart. So even where things may be falling apart, right, because there might be a third person involved. So perhaps, you know, if this person is involved for the physical aspects, you are still feeling very grounded and committed in what you have promised to your significant other, or vice versa. This could be the way the person you're connecting with, Pisces, feels towards you. Okay, what is being blocked here is the Nine of Pentacles. So the block can be an individual per se. Okay, this can literally be an individual. This can also be feeling individual, feeling separate, feeling successful in their own right. So on some level, you, Pisces, or the person you're connecting with might be feeling somewhat stripped of what they have on their own, right? So yes, they are feeling more committed, or you are feeling more committed to the relationship, but in the process of feeling more committed, you are losing your sense of self, you're losing your individuality, and so that might be a problem for you, right? That someone here could also, someone here might actually be taking advantage of you, the provider. So whether you're masculine or feminine, or a male or female, or however you identify, right? You are appearing here as the King of Pentacles, which is a masculine trait. So whatever role in your relationship, you are providing quite an abundance of wealth. And the block here is that someone's taking advantage, right? Someone's taking advantage of the fact that you are so committed. They are taking advantage of the fact that you are providing so much, and they are taking and not giving back. Okay. On your mind, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. This is a lot of pentacles, Pisces, so you could be connecting with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. However, otherwise, on your mind, you are thinking of forever with this person. You are trying to envision what the future will hold between you and this person. You might also be thinking that in terms of this connection, this is about as good as it's going to get, right? You are trying to find comfort, or you do feel comfortable in the situation, right? In your heart space, wow, King of Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer here. So you are definitely, you have a lot of love for this person, Pisces. You have a lot of love for this person. Wow, you have a lot of love for this person. And what's interesting is that this is the King of Cups, not the Queen of Cups. So there's emotion, but you are also holding back to an extent. You are controlling what you express. So you love this person deeply. However, the Pentacles is definitely influencing your expression of said love. So you may not be the most affectionate person right now. Right now, what you're focused on more than anything is executing the plan and making sure that promises are kept and stability is maintained. Recent past, Four of Cups, perhaps a sense of boredom for some of you, right? Getting bored with the relationship, bored perhaps of the the behind the scenes, right? Behind closed doors, the sexual interaction, the physical, emotional, intimate interaction. For some of you, there may have been a choice recently between whether you should stay in this connection or move towards a new connection, right? Being a little unsure, right? Not being indifferent, but deciding not to make a decision, because to end what you currently have is too much trauma. You would rather just kind of see how the present will pan out if you just stick with it a little bit longer. Coming in, you've got the Ace of Wands. Wow. So a new beginning of some kind. You could be connecting with a Leo, Aries, Sag, right? But coming in, there's definitely going to be a new beginning of sorts. A lot of passion here. Wow. You see yourself as the Chariot. You could be connecting with a Cancer, Virgo with the Hermit in the environment. So you could be connecting with a Virgo, or a Virgo may be involved in this situation for those of you where this is third party. Okay, the outcome is the Three of Pentacles. Let me go ahead and lay out. Oh my God. Let me lay out the clarifications. Hold on. Okay, so there's going to be a deepening of the relationship for sure, Pisces. Okay, however, somebody here is still feeling a bit insecure. Someone here may be apologizing for something that they've done in the recent past. Okay, and that is going to allow someone to let go of their insecurity a little bit. But, right, it is very difficult to shake off this Eight of Swords energy that's come out in the outcome. So I think there might be an inkling of whether or not the long term will work. However, that's not going to get in the way of somebody trying. Okay, someone here is not going to give up hope. Now, I have to be honest, I'm seeing a Queen of Wands here, okay, with the Two of Cups and the Three of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So this could indicate somebody, right, a third person being involved that is creating a sort of distance between you and the person you're connecting with, Pisces. Right, and this is clarifying the Ace of Wands. So this is going to be a new phase in your guys' connection, but one where you may have to come face to face with wherever this third person has interfered. Right, this person playing a role of, again, maybe not physically connecting with the person that you are involved with. Oh, excuse me, I think I had a piece of Let me not choke on camera. Okay, Pisces, sorry. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that this Queen of Wands was physically involved with your person. It can be that this person is just negatively influencing the person that you're connecting with in a way that has directly caused some sort of dissolution of trust, or just the deterioration of the foundation that you guys have worked so hard to create. So you see yourself as the Chariot. Okay, so you are definitely seeing yourself as being determined to move in a particular direction, whether you have moved or not. I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune being what is looking over your reading, this is definitely about taking action, moving forward, and developing, right? Moving past a cycle. So whatever position this Queen of Wands plays in your relationship, okay, remember with the Two of Cups, you and this person that you're connecting with, you guys share a reciprocating love. For some of you, this Queen of Wands, this Leo, Aries, Sag, doesn't have to be just this person who is very impassioned and someone who you feel very passionate towards. You and this person have a very strong bond, but somewhere in the mix, there was a separation or a distance that was created, possibly because someone here is either working too much, right? Someone here could be overcompensating, right? Someone here could be traveling, and that travel may drive you guys apart for a little while. Okay, but ultimately, with the Ace of Wands being here, I feel like you and this person are going to plan beyond whatever obstacles have been in front of you, right? You guys will be planning and looking forward to the future. You guys are going to want to see the solutions beyond the problems and not just sit on the problems and pretend like they'll go away on their own, right? In the environment, we do have the Hermit. So somebody here is definitely going within. Someone can also be a little withdrawn, and that could be where this distance is being felt. Right? Someone is not communicating. Someone is maybe focused more on their work, or just focused more on the coin. They're spending just so much more time being materialistic for some, right? To that extreme, someone here could be just very materialistic, very complacent, right? Taking advantage perhaps of how much someone else is providing. And it's just, there's a withdrawal, feeling of being withdrawn, a feeling of silence, lack of communication. Someone, however, is also really taking a good hard look at the situation and asking themselves, about what the major problem is and what can be done about it. Okay, because I do see at the beginning, I see like a separation and a distance, and someone here really focused, and that's really great. In the recent past, there was some indifference, right? No real communication, no movement. Someone kind of on the fence emotionally, right? Maybe they're bored. Maybe they're just not sure about where to take this, what direction to take this into, how they feel about the relationship overall. But then coming in, there's this new beginning, right? This could be the interference of a new person. So this could be a Virgo, Leo, Aries, Sag, and that distance, right? Somebody here gets a feeling like this person is interfering in the relationship, which can be the case for some of you. And I think you'll notice that because the person you're connecting with, Pisces, will become very distant all of a sudden, or they're going to become a workaholic. And now where their job, you think about it and you're like, well, my person doesn't usually have to work that many hours. Why all of a sudden does their boss need them there that late? It's because they're not actually working long hours, right? So you'll notice because they'll become more withdrawn and they will blame it on something else, all right? But for others of you, this is not about the introduction of a new person. This is just about the fact that something here is sparked again between you guys. This passion, this inspiration, the juice of life is starting to finally inspire you guys to look into the future and take your relationship to another level. So where there might have been boredom in the bedroom, right? Someone here comes forth as the Queen of Wands, right? Someone here comes in and says, hey, let's go ahead and spice things up. Let's take this another notch, right? We've been together for a long time. I want to be with you forever, but we have to keep things kind of exciting and not just let things fall to the wayside. So let's go ahead and do something, risky, and let's do something exciting, and, whatever that might be for you. So, because I do feel like you and this person have been together for quite a while. You're coming up as the King of Pentacles. So whether you've been together for a long time, or you've been together for a short time, but in a very serious, committed way, I feel like that could be the case. But it's exciting, this new phase, right? Regardless of where that excitement and passion lies. Your fear here is the Six of Swords. So perhaps you're afraid, Pisces, that you or the person that you're connecting with won't be able to get over something that's happened in the past. There might have been a form of chaos that you guys feel like you've evaded, and you're afraid that this person or you are just going to return to it. That in this new beginning, this you know, this new phase, this new chapter, something here is going to rewind. Something here is going to be undone, right? With new territory comes more challenges, comes new challenges, I should say. So you're afraid perhaps that you and this person are going to embark on this new journey or move into this better space. But now there's a factor that comes into play that makes you wonder, all right, is this lasting, right? Is this change, is this movement, that this progress that we're creating together, is this going to maintain, or should I expect the other shoe to drop, right? But I will say, Pisces, ultimately between you and your person, there's a lot of cooperation here. You guys are working together to ensure that you move into the future together. Okay, Three of Pentacles, Page of Cups being clarified, right? Being clarified by the Page of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. So somebody here is feeling a bit insecure about moving into the future. However, you know, there is definitely an offer coming from the heart, whether it's an apology or just moving forward in an innocent, playful type of way, trying to reintroduce flirtatiousness to the relationship. Just love, right? Just a childishness, a trust that you guys can be vulnerable with one another, a friendship. Right? And yes, somebody is feeling a little bit doubtful that is something that can be achieved, but it's going to be, someone's going to take the shot, right? You guys are going to move forward with the Eight of Cups. Yes, the Eight of Cups can be walking away from a situation. However, what this is essentially is the Eight of Cups can also be describing seeking something that is deeper, right? The Eight Cups that are there are not fulfilling enough. Right? The 8 cups that are there are not fulfilling enough. They want the true 10. And that can still that can be a possibility within the same connection. However, things are going to have to be left behind. And I'm not seeing any indication here that someone is thinking about leaving the relationship. Someone is suspicious that there is another person involved, though, and that can be a catalyst for wanting to bring the relationship to an end. Okay, but I am not seeing that anyone wants to end this. I am seeing actually the opposite, that you and the person you're connecting with want to move forward. And whoever the offending party was, if there was something that was done in the past to hurt the chances of this relationship, this person is wanting to move forward. However, they are unsure that it is really possible. And I just have to throw this out there with the Three of Pentacles being here, the Three of Wands, and the Queen of Wands coming in along with this false person and privileged lady. I am getting for some of you, right, that this is a third party situation. Okay. But for others of you where there is no suspicion about another person being involved, this is just about you guys working together towards that stability, right? Towards that stability, right? What did we see here with concern? 33. Let me see, 52, 32, almost there, right? With here and now, 32, not a 33, but close, right? So it's just, you guys are getting there, right? We've got the 10 of Cups on deck. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, right? We've got the Chariot, the Ace of Wands. There's a drive. There's a drive to move this into a new cycle that's better, more healing, more forgiving. One where you take the commitment seriously and can build a strong foundation with one another. One where you guys can be happy and have something at the end of your lifetime to say that you guys created together. So, I mean, Pisces, overall, this is looking good. The communication is a bit minimal here. Right? The connection is a bit minimal. However, I see in the near future that is going to change. Someone is going to want to discuss the future. Someone is going to want to plan for the future. All right. But this person, right? I feel like between the two of you, Pisces, if one of you is working more than the other or is just absentee more than the other, then the person who seems to have more time should go ahead and bring it up to the person who tends to be working more. Because that person is wanting you to say something, but for some reason, they're not really willing to speak, right? They're not really willing to broach the subject of something to you, right? They think that their actions and their ability to provide is speaking for them. But I feel like for you, that's not the case. You need actual, you need some verbal affirmations from the person to let you know that you guys are on track and you're on the same page, right? So I feel like the onus is kind of on you, Pisces, if that's your position here. Because this person is withdrawn, and I think that they're so focused on just providing and being a person of their word and just doing what they can to show that they're committed, that they've forgotten to use their words. But ultimately, you guys are coming into a new cycle, okay? Pisces, we're going to go ahead and take this to the extended, my love. All right. There we will go into the person that you're connecting with, their feelings towards you, their intentions towards you, the obstacle, right? The advice to overcome the obstacle in front of you, which is the Nine of Pentacles here. We will also go into the long-term outcome between you and this person. And if the Queen of Wands does come back up again during the extended, we will go ahead and pull a few cards for her as well. Actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and pull a couple cards for her anyway at the end of the extended. So we'll include, in addition to the 4 things we typically always go over in the extended, we will go over this Queen of Wands at the end of the extended to see, for those of you who feel like this is someone who is hiding in the wings, we'll clarify her and see what that whole situation looks like. Okay. So Pisces, I love you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me and for being here. I love you so much. I hope that if you like this reading, that you like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. The link to the extended is down below, along with a link to my website in case you would like to have a personal reading done instead. But I am loving you with all of my heart. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time, Pisces. Mwah! I love you so much. Bye.